Hello, and welcome to a FaciliTopics presentation. My name is JBickel. Over the next 10 minutes or so, I'm going to answer the question, why does facilities management matter? Actually, I'm going to answer that a few times. First, just a bit about myself. Like many FM professionals today, I fell into this industry, initially working in a completely unrelated field and then shuffling into FM as a problem solver. Since then, I've worked in this industry my entire career. However, for today, there's only two things I want you to know. One, I've never worked the same job twice. And two, everything I've ever learned in every job I've ever held has enabled me to succeed in the next role. There is a separate FaciliTopic that looks in depth at what facilities management is, so I won't go too deeply into that here today. For the purpose of this talk, we will define facilities management as the industry that supports the operation of a built environment, and we'll use the term FM professional to denote any professional working in this industry. As I begin talking, I want to point out that while facilities management is an industry of its own, it is very reflective of the industry it supports. That means there's a lot of variation in job titles or responsibilities. When I discuss why FM matters, I will use a broad example and high-level perspectives. Just remember, the points I illustrate here today are only the tip of the iceberg. FM is a bit of a hidden industry. It's the sort of industry that you don't realize exists until you have to interact with it. However, the reality is that almost every commercial building you've ever walked into, and think of places you've been, such as shopping malls, gyms, movie theaters, hotels, or perhaps places where your parents work. They all have a team of professionals behind the scenes keeping them going. This makes the FM industry incredibly diverse and also incredibly important. We maintain the environments that allow these businesses to function and to generate revenue. FM is the industry that responds in emergencies, that is a keystone to business continuity and ensures safe working environments. So on a large scale, people would struggle to get their jobs done if we don't do ours. That being said, there is a rather unfortunate idea that FM professionals are the people who change the light bulbs, adjust the thermostat, or replace the toilet paper. And while, sure, each one of those tasks is probably performed by an employee working in the FM industry, that perception doesn't even begin to come close to the complexity of what FM is. Quite often, FM just is not a core business function, and so it wasn't thoroughly understood or thought to be critical for business operation. However, that mentality is changing in a big way and for a very good reason. Let's consider an example, say a school or a college. I think it would be fair to say that the core business function of a college is not facilities management. In fact, if you asked, you would most likely be told that their primary purpose is to provide education. However, let's consider that from an FM perspective. So, why does facilities management matter to a college if their mission is to provide education? Let's start with daily operations. It's the role of an FM department to ensure that the environment we manage enables the success of those inside it. This means providing an education may not be possible if the buildings don't function. The lights, AC or heat, the fire alarms, the security systems all have to be operational. If rooms or hallways aren't lit, if ceiling tiles are missing and cables hanging down everywhere, if classroom equipment doesn't function, then students in the building would struggle to get that education. But let's take it a little higher, shall we? How does FM matter at a strategic level, say strategic planning or implementation? Well, let's say that our college decides to add new offerings into their curriculum. They're going to need a place to house new classes. Perhaps they would relocate current classes. renovate buildings to accommodate different environments, or even construct brand new facilities. All of that would include your FM team. Alternatively, maybe they're hoping to increase enrollment, and so they intend to push a marketing campaign which would showcase their fantastic campus with its awesome landscaping, modern classrooms, and stunning student halls. Perhaps they even intend to host tours for potential enrollees. Yeah, despite that being a marketing project, your FM team would be involved in that as well. We would make sure that the campus is ready for photography and prepared to host tours. A third aspect that I would like to illustrate is FM stewardship. And this is the commitment that a well-managed and well-run facility is a core tenet of the FM industry, and that has some major impact on business. From an accounting perspective, real estate is expensive, period. And having an efficient and an effective FM team can minimize the cost and maximize the gain you get from all the buildings and grounds that you have. From an environmental perspective, FM teams create healthier indoor environments, establish recycling programs, and help businesses reduce carbon footprint or pollution. If a company wants any sort of green or environmental certification for their facilities, they have to have their FM team on board. Now, as of the time of recording this talk, we are in the midst of a global pandemic, which has pushed many jobs once performed on site into remote working environments. So let's discuss how FM supports business in this scenario. Firstly, there is an entire subset of the FM industry devoted to technology, such as building information modeling, smart building technology, or facility management systems, just to name a few genres. Many FM professionals can remotely work and maintain certain building operations because the technology is there to support that. Another aspect to consider is that even if buildings don't have many occupants on site, there are still millions of dollars of assets that have to be protected and maintained, kept clean, safe, and operational. So for those reasons, there's not a massive die-off of FM roles due to a surge in remote working. Actually, we've been pretty busy lately, as companies are taking this time when the buildings are mostly empty to get some of that more invasive maintenance work done, or to address minor construction or renovation needs that historically keep getting pushed off. If you were to take 4 FM professionals and put them at a table, and let's say we even take 4 that have the same job title of facilities manager, one of them could work in a manufacturing company, a second could work in a hotel, a third could oversee government buildings, and a fourth could have a portfolio of retail stores or entertainment venues. What you would find in conversation is that while aspects of their roles overlap, in practice they could all perform very different jobs. If you open that conversation up to other FM professionals with different job titles, you would find a spectrum of roles and responsibilities, ranging from part-time handyman to senior leaders managing global accounts and multi-million-dollar budgets. But no matter the title, the job description, the team size, when you pull back everything that FM does for every company they work for, you're going to find there's a common thread to the industry. Every single FM professional, in some way, shape, or form, builds, manages, maintains, or operates environments that make success possible. We come to work every day and do our jobs so that we can enable others to do theirs. And that is why FM matters. Thank you for attending this FaciliTopic on why FM matters. FaciliTopics are short lessons on the facility management industry, intended to give you a brief overview of one topic. For more FaciliTopics or to learn more about Facilithon, visit www.fmpipeline.org or call the number on your screen. This is JBickel. Thank you so much for joining me.